Yes, we're back again. This time we have you guys in mind, and we dare not forget you guys. I'm giving you guys news as it concerns Afrobeat in Nigeria. We're back again to give you guys amazing news content and what these guys have done in a short while. Anyways, moving on from what we had in the morning. Today, this evening, we have amazing and juicy news for you guys. So trust me, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this one. My name is Daki. It's spelled Darki. Obviously, you know it's double E, and I'm so happy to be in your faces. Let's delve straight right to what we have for you guys in the news. We'll begin with Davido, the man fully dripped up in high fashion. Trust me, Davido is that guy that arguably is one guy that knows how to spend his money, and obviously is one guy who knows what to do when it comes to fashion. Davido is an all-rounder person. Fashion is there, finances is there, materials is there. Name that stuff. Davido is one person who has the ability to get anything he wants at the moment. And moving on, we saw Davido actually come out to give kudos to Travis Scott on Travis' show where Travis had to play the unavailable song. And trust me, you could see Travis vibing to the song. And Davido said no one loved the song as much as Travis. Obviously, it shows that these guys are vibing so hard to themselves. They love themselves so much. And obviously, it is brother supporting another brother. Massive up to Davido for making a classic jam like unavailable. And moving on, we saw a fan coming out to say, "My goat, I am still concerned about the Ghana tour, and you always mute about it." And Davido is saying, "Oh my God, I didn't forget you guys. But then, my Ghana fans, in December, I am going to be in your space. Don't dwell on it. Don't sleep on it. December, Davido is going to be in Ghana. Sad for Nigerians because you would have thought you have a Davido in Nigeria, but no. Whenever it's December, Davido want to take the gospel of the Timeless Project to Ghana. So they are brothers, sisters. We love them, but we're giving them Davido to go and enjoy what we've been enjoying so far. Moving on, we saw a fan coming out to say, "Over to you, David. Stadium when?" And Davido. This was coming after Wizkid's successful tour at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then we saw where the fan came out to say, "Burna Boy has done his, Wizkid have done his, Rema is doing his own presently. And Davido, when will you do your own stadium?" And Davido replied saying, "I pray to God you are alive and healthy by then to witness it. It won't be long." And then he said, "Love is timeless." So obviously, Davido is praying that this person get to the privilege to live long and obviously witness the timeless project. And moving on, we got reports about the weekend that Davido welcomed another song with Choma, talking about Choma Roland at Deleki. And we have not, it's not confirmed yet. Davido has not said anything. Choma has not said anything. The family have not made a statement yet, but then news making the rounds states that Davido has welcomed another bouncing baby boy with no other person than Choma, and this is coming after the old back and forth with Anita, and this looked like a bit of sanity somewhere because obviously we're tired of the old back and forth from Choma to all of these. Good one for Davido for having this one, if it's true. And moving on, we saw Davido's an Ozuna song featuring Davido called Eva Longoria has hit a new peak on Spain Spotify Daily Top Song chart at 101 with about 89,188 streams. Massive one to Davido on that one. At the same time, we saw Davido Unavailable went up in the US urban spin crease chart with 305 moves across 83 stations at number 15. Massive one to Davido on that. You could see the chart and tables where you see Davido moving about 305 upward, and it just shows that, trust me, the US folks are gradually coming to the party and they love this song by Davido. Moving on, we saw Timeless have surpassed 190 million streams on Spotify. This is where we do the whoo. Yeah, actually, good enough for Davido for surpassing 190 million streams on Spotify. It doesn't come easy, but then Davido is one person who deserves all of this and more. And then the figures are going higher every day, and massive of Davido for surpassing 190 million streams on Spotify. We saw a comment from a fan where the fan said, too many negative comments for someone who has gathered 190 million in 4 months. The Spotify platform works with Spotify listeners. Davido has about 4 million when he dropped the album, and it takes a whole lot to build on that. This is just the beginning. You will watch how his next project will push him towards this feat you all want for him. 001 till I die. Talking about this fan saying he stand Davido till the day he breathes his last breath. Anyways, moving on. For this one, we have Fireboy as the next guy on the news. We saw Fireboy actually having a tour, the Australian tour, and then he has been doing good for himself and doing massive numbers for himself. Now moving on, we saw Fireboy and Olamide at the time doing good, and obviously Olamide decided to have a project with with Fireboy on song. They call the song "She Baby," and that has been an amazing one. The project is doing good, and everyone loved what She Baby would look like. Moving on, we saw Fireboy Yawa surpassing 5 million streams on Spotify, and at the same time, forgetting that number beat by beat, Yawa is becoming that song that everyone is vibing or wants to vibe to and listen to. Moving on, we saw the project, the Playboy album is now being eligible for a gold certification in Netherlands. And trust me, it looked like we are moving from that project here, but then it is still doing massive, massive numbers. And at the same time, became the second certification for that album. Now it has been certified in Switzerland and now in Netherlands. Massive one to Fireboy for doing good project. For the Playboy album, yeah, you could just say that that was a very amazing body of work. They probably was. You cannot pinpoint a bad song. Trust me. Fireboy did himself, and this time he even outdid himself with that project, and everyone really love his song. If it's not Bandana, it is everybody just have a Peru or something. People love a particular track of that project, and then the songs are doing good organically. Massive one to Fireboy on that one. We have Asake, another YBNL guy, obviously doing good for himself. Asake came out to say, for all that he has achieved so far, he wakes up in the morning and then what he does is say, Olamide, thank you for what you've done for me. Thank you for what you've done for me. He does that like every day because he understands that if not for Olamide and God, he won't be where he is today. So he says, I tell Olamide, thank you very much every morning when I wake up. Anyway, moving on, we saw where he dropped the project work of art, and then at the time that project has spent about 6 weeks at number one on the top album Nigerian Audio Mark, and that's a massive one to Asake for having that amazing numbers on Audio Mark. Moving on, we saw Asake have surpassed 300 million career stream on YouTube, and that's a plus because that surpassed this, but then surpassed 300 million career stream on YouTube. Massive one to Asake. Now, for some artists, yeah, this is their career stream, but then Asake has outdone himself to have just on YouTube on the platform 300 million streamers on YouTube, and that's a massive, massive one to Asake and the team on that one. Moving on, we saw for the Spotify daily chart total, Terminator of the Mr. Money with the Vibe album becomes the first song to surpass 10 million Nigerian stream on Spotify. Yeah, this kind of look like it should have surpassed it, but regardless, they don't catch. Alarm they said over the weekend, they know the cash late comer. So wherever you get there, that is your time. Shaka have just surpassed of the money, Mr. Money of the Vibe album, a track of that album have just surpassed 10 million streams on Spotify, and that's a massive one to him. It just shows that he has been pushing so much. And then funny how of the Walk About album, we have about two songs that have surpassed 10 million streams. So obviously, you know that Fire Asake really did an amazing job of the WOA album. Moving on, we saw for the official Nigeria Top 100, courtesy the turntable chart, lonely at the top of the Work of Art project, have spent a third consecutive week at number one on the official Top 100, and at the same time, it has broken the 2023 record for the biggest total activity in a week across platforms in Nigeria in the last 3 weeks, with each week higher than the last. Lonely at the Top is that song that you just don't know how it sits well into you, but then everyone love the song as we speak. Now moving on, we saw the table looking like this. Lonely at the Top as number one, Reason as number two, Man of the Year as number three, Basquiat as number four, Shapali as number five, Terminator number six, Annabella number seven, Like Ice Spice as number eight, Oba Pluto as number nine, and then Charm by Rema as number 10. Funny how we have songs like Charlie Poppy song as number nine. That guy just came from nowhere and obviously has been doing good for himself. We have Annabella Bakait doing mad promotions and obviously getting the numbers he deserves as number seven. Massive one to Ashake for topping this chart at the time. Moving on, we saw Work of Art reclaiming the number one spot on Apple Music Nigerian album, and then for them they said that album is a very stubborn album, and then at the point the album kind of dropped a bit when Burna Boy came to and all of that, but back Asake is now back to take his spot. Now number one, we have Travis Scott with Utopia as number two. We have Maverick with one with Christian as number three, and then we have TEA, Tequila After Ever After with Adekunle Good as number four. Asake just shows the fact that whenever I drop a project, I take my number one spot seriously. So massive ones to Asake for having this one again on the album category. Moving on, we saw Omah Lay as the last guy on the news. Omah Lay just got his first platinum in France. How did he do this? And moving on, we saw um, Judet Namek featuring Omah Lay is now certified platinum in France. And this is Omah Lay first platinum certification in France. It's that, and that's how collaboration works. When people work on a song with you, whatever that song does, don't worry, all of us have the credits together. So for Omah Lay, good one for citing this project, good one for bringing him on the project, and obviously good one for his input, because if not for his input, you can say this song might not be where it is. But then it came through, and then the song is doing good number in France. Recall that France and UK are like Lagos when it comes to Afrobeat. So obviously Omah Lay played a very huge role to make sure that this one is now certified platinum in France. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one, and trust me, we'll catch you guys on the very, very next one. Stay safe, guys, and always remember you have to be very, very, very careful. I love you guys so much.